नमस्कार। मेरा नाम है सौरभ नंदा और आज सच कॉन्वर्सेशंस मैटर के इस एपिसोड में मैंने अपने मित्र अमनदीप राजगोत्रा जी को इनवाइट किया है। अमनदीप नालसार हैदराबाद के एलुमिनस हैं, लॉयर हैं और नालसार हैदराबाद इंडिया का वन ऑफ द बेस्ट कॉलेजेस है लॉ के लिए। अमनदीप इतने अच्छे लॉयर होने के बाद भी एजुकेशन इंडस्ट्री में काम कर रहे हैं क्योंकि उनका पैशन है टीचिंग और उनका पैशन है सोशल इम्पैक्ट सेक्टर में भी काम करने का। तो जब से मैं अमनदीप से मिला हूँ, हम दोनों की बातें लॉ के बारे में और सोशल सेक्टर के बारे में, इंडिया के बारे में और बहुत सारी ऐसी चीज़ों के बारे में लगातार बात होती रहती है। मैं बहुत ज़्यादा क्वेश्चंस पूछता हूँ और वो पेशेंटली हर क्वेश्चन का आंसर करते हैं बहुत डिटेल में। तो यही एक ऐसी कॉन्वर्सेशन है जो मैं आपके साथ भी शेयर करना चाहता था। चलिए ज़्यादा वक्त ज़ाहिर नहीं करते हैं। सो हाय अमन, हाउ आर यू?
Hi Saurabh, I'm good. I'm good. Lockdown or bus. So far so good. Safe. That
आई
feels
नो,
good. Yeah.
आई नो। अभी तो मतलब लॉकडाउन से ज़्यादा मुझे तो पर्सनली गर्मी से ज़्यादा प्रॉब्लम हो रही है।
Yeah. It rained here.
अच्छा।
Chandigarh mein aaj it rained also. So I think yahan the weather is fine as compared to Delhi. Delhi was very hot when I was there. Yeah. So here it's better today.
इट्स गुड यार, चंडीगढ़ इज नियर टू द हिल्स ना। यहाँ जलंधर में मिडिल ऑफ पंजाब में तो गर्मी है दबा के।
Great.
सो एनीवे सर, बिफोर स्टार्टिंग द इंटरव्यू रिलेटेड टू द एजुकेशन इंडस्ट्री, आई एम गोना आस्क यू, डिड यू एक्सपेक्ट द ऑनस्लॉट या फिर ये जो एकदम से ई लर्निंग का जो मतलब एकदम पुश आया है इंडिया में, डिड यू एवर एक्सपेक्टेड इन योर लाइफ बिफोर कि ऐसा आएगा और करना पड़ेगा?
I'll be very honest. No, the answer is no. I think there have been a lot of people, and I'm saying it right. I am one of them, right? I've been pushed into this क्योंकि बहुत बार हुआ कि वीडियोस बननी चाहिए और ये, but I would be the last person in the room to say that I want to do it, right? I hate talking to a camera as such. I love the feel of a class. तो मेरे लिए भी बहुत मुश्किल था. But I think it was bound to happen. I still feel कि बहुत सारे लोग बोल रहे हैं कि this is the way ahead. I think I have my reservations about that. I think classroom teaching का एक अलग मजा है, right? For the teacher also and as well as for the students also. And students are also realizing it. So I guess it can't be looked at. We can't look at it as a substitute पूरा. But yeah, maybe it could be something where classroom and online, right? From now onwards, it will go together, right? So yeah, I think but we have been pushed into it. I had never imagined a situation where I will be taking online classes and but yeah, so far so good, right? Touch wood, right? So feedback hai, right? Students are liking it, enjoying it, so yeah, so far so good.
And you're not alone in thinking this way. And you're also right about the fact a lot of schools and universities, especially universities, they are making policies now according to which 25% of their curriculum will be online. So
will be online.
Will be online. 25% has to be online. So anyway, that's a different discussion, and I keep having these e-learning discussions every day now. And off the episode, I'll tell you more about it. Let's begin the interview. All right. So, अमन सर, मेरा पहला क्वेश्चन यही है कि आप लॉयर हो, वो भी नालसार हैदराबाद से हो. Why didn't you join the legal profession, especially corporate banking? It's so lucrative.
Yeah, it is actually. So again, it's a very interesting question to answer for me because I actually आपने banking का example दिया and I started my career with the bank only, right? But I never liked my job. I'll be very honest. I never liked my job, but luckily I was posted, at a place which was very close to the mountains. So that thing led to something else, right? And I was working as a legal advisor. There wasn't much work, and I was traveling, and I personally feel traveling changes you as a person, right? बहुत कुछ changes आते हैं if you are ready to accept that assimilation, है ना? तो so I think वो हुआ, and then I got back to Delhi. I left my job within 1 year, and trust me, I did not work much. I was just like more interested in traveling. Then I came back to Delhi and I started working with a senior lawyer. Again, you're not paid much, and all my savings were gone within, I think, next 6 or 7 months. And then I realized that I need to do something else. And then I saw an opportunity to teach, and so teaching also happened just by luck. I mean, there was no plan as such, so there was never a plan. But yeah, things kept moving, and so I was interested in law, but not exactly practicing law as a corporate lawyer. There were other things which had started, influencing me. So I think that was the reason. And again, I think about it every year that what next. But then the answer is that so far so good. अभी तक कुछ ऐसा plan नहीं किया था. I think so. It is going like that.
ओके बड़ा एक इंटरेस्टिंग क्वेश्चन आया था सर यहाँ पर. अब इंजीनियर्स की कहानियां बन गई हैं बहुत ज्यादा, लोगों को किस्से भी पता हैं, पिक्चरें भी आ गई हैं, और तो लोगों को इनकी लाइफ के बारे में पता होता है कि मैं तो ओपनली बोलता हूँ कि इंजीनियरिंग में मैंने कुछ पढ़ा नहीं, राइट?
Right.
और तो हम तो निकम्मे ही थे इंजीनियरिंग के बाद, बट वो जॉब वॉब लगानी आती थी कि लगेगी कैसे, जॉब में घुस गए, फिर वहां काम कर लिया. क्या लॉयर के साथ भी ऐसा ही होता है कि आप टॉप के लॉ कॉलेजेस में चले जाओ, एनएलएस, एनएलयूज, नालसार, हैदराबाद, ऑब्वियसली, क्या निकम्मे निकलते हैं या फिर पढ़ पढ़ के निकलते हैं?
निकम्मे, I won't say निकम्मे निकलते हैं, but yeah, I was never a very very good student, I would say. But yeah, मतलब लॉ में ये इंटरेस्टिंग था कि कुछ एक सब्जेक्ट्स, right, few subjects which I got to learn there, right? For example, sociology, right? So maybe I think I flunked also once in sociology. But yeah, I think there was some learning going on. So maybe it was not reflecting in my CGPA, in my scores, right? But maybe I had started thinking about many other issues which were not even there in my life earlier. I mean, तो वो जो angle है, for example, environment law. So right, शायद मेरे स्कोर फिर से इतने अच्छे नहीं थे, but to read about environment law, right, I got to know that ये भी हो सकता है, right? So I tell this to a lot of parents also, right? I get a lot of calls कि law कैसा है, and reservist engineering, and I tell them even if you don't want to become a lawyer, right, it's a great learning, right? जो 5 साल का आपका जो learning है, it'll be great. आप same, मैं same, right? We did not do much in college that ways, but I think law ने थोड़ा सा perspective जरूर change किया. In the long run, I would say yes. मतलब वो change आया मेरे में. Yeah. So I think
Great.
change was there.
So that's very interesting to know, because इंडिया पर से अभी कॉर्पोरेट लॉ में अभी घुसा ही है, मतलब ज्यादा टाइम नहीं हुआ है. So this is kind of new for both parents, students, and professionals, I guess. All right. So quickly moving on from there, नालसार के बाद आपने अपनी कहानी बताई कि आपने जॉब की, फिर एजुकेशन में आप ऑलमोस्ट बाय एक्सीडेंट ही घुसे. बट दैट इज नॉट इट. यू डिडंट ओनली स्टिक टू एजुकेशन. आपने एजुकेशन के बाहर भी काफी काम किया. आप उसके बारे में प्लीज बताइए. इनफैक्ट इट रिलेट्स क्वाइट अ लॉट टू द सोशल सेक्टर.
Yeah, so social sector, like I didn't exactly work with the social sector in the social sector initially. I think I just did one internship. I had interned with UNICEF once, and that also affected me a lot because मैंने दूसरा side देखा, because like I was in my first or second year, I guess, I believe, and we two of us, right, a friend of mine, so we used to go and see, right, how NGOs are teaching these slum kids and क्या हो रहा है वहाँ पे. And it was heartbreaking, right, because we feel कि social sector में, right, the NGOs are there to work, right, and then we got to know that वहाँ पर भी एक अलग issue शुरू हो चुका है, that there are so many NGOs which are only on paper, right, and what was really heartbreaking for me was the fact that people who are in the social sector, they are also doing something like this, right? So and I was very young. मुझे लगा यार कि ये तो नहीं करना चाहिए था ना. मतलब, for example, if I have joined the social sector, है ना, तो मेरा मन होगा तो ही मैं social sector में सब कुछ छोड़ के आया हूँ. Just to know that social sector में भी all the other problems are going on. It was so that also affected me. वो हुआ. Then
नहीं, पर क्या प्रॉब्लम थी सर? मतलब what problem really changed your perspective? कौन सी प्रॉब्लम थी ऐसी जो आपने देखी?
Okay, so I'll give you one example. I'll share one example with you. कि हम कहीं गए और we were interning, so हमारा काम क्या था? We were called some, like we were doing some inspection. So we went to a slum area और वहाँ पे हम जाके बात कर रहे हैं बच्चों से, and the first sight was like very nice. And I won't use the word beautiful, but I want to use the word beautiful because कि वहाँ पे अगर आप देखो कि like slums में बच्चों को बुलाया गया है और एक टीचर वहाँ पे खड़ा होके पढ़ा रहा है, what you see in movies, like आपको एक लगता है कि यार ये what like nice things are happening here. And then ठीक है हमने किया और क्लास खत्म हुआ. My friend got on with the teacher, उनसे कुछ पूछा, and I just got to like मैंने बच्चों से बात किया कि क्या हो रहा है यार. तो it's like बहुत मजे आ रहे हैं. He must be like what 6-7 years, like जैसे बच्चे होते हैं. It's like अच्छा तो पढ़ने में मजा आता है. He's like पढ़ाई कौन करता है, हम तो आज ही आए हैं. अब like आज ही आए हो. And the next thing he told me was हाँ ये सब लोग आज ही आए हैं. इनफैक्ट ये क्लास भी आज ही लगी है. मैंने कहा वैसे नहीं होती है. कहते नहीं कभी कभी होती है, कभी कभी कोई आता है, जैसे आज आप आए हो तो क्लास हो गई, right? And I think that was a little heartbreaking. So I did not say anything. Maybe I am very emotional at times. और वो एक ऐसा वो scene आ गया था where I got very emotional. I was like, what is it? I mean, I was thinking something as if it was such a nice picture, right? Someone teaching and these kids, they have dreams and कुछ होगा और सामने से पता चला कि कुछ नहीं है ऐसा, right? So that was yeah.
But that is so accurate. I remember, I mean, एक episode 6 जो है इसी सीरीज का, उसमें I talked to my friend हर्षिता. करंटली वो अभी लंदन में है, काम कर रही है, बट उसने एक एनजीओ के साथ ही काम किया दिल्ली में, कथा नाम के, और उसके लिए काफी फंड्स वगैरह रेज किए, सब कुछ किया. सो उसके साथ मैं यही बात कर रहा था कि आई वुड रियली गेट ऑफेंडेड बाय एनजीओज इन इंडिया, फ्रैंकली स्पीकिंग. क्योंकि ये वाली कहानी आप पहली बार नहीं सुन रहा हूं मैं आपके मुंह से. और मुझे पता है कि बहुत सारे एनजीओज हैं जो बहुत अच्छा काम करते हैं, बहुत संस्थाएं अच्छी काम करती हैं, लेकिन बहुत सारे ऐसे लोग भी हैं जो कंप्लीट फ्रॉड हैं.
बिल्कुल.
तो हर्षिता से भी यही बात की थी मैंने कि वो कंप्लीट फ्रॉड हैं. प्राइम मिनिस्टर मनमोहन सिंह ने एक्चुअली 2007 में 2007 या 2008 में, इन दोनों सालों के बीच में एक स्पीच दी थी जहां पर एनजीओ से रिलेटेड था. एक रिसर्च आई थी कि इंडिया में सबसे ज्यादा एनजीओज हैं वर्ल्ड में, और हर्षिता ने मुझे बताया स्पेशली कोरोना वायरस के टाइम पे देर आर मोर एनजीओज पर कैपिटा इन इंडिया देन देर आर हॉस्पिटल बेड्स. सो हाँ, तो प्राइम मिनिस्टर मनमोहन सिंह जी ने ये कहा कि इंडिया इज द एनजीओ कैपिटल ऑफ द वर्ल्ड, एंड ही पुट इट अक्रॉस एज एन अचीवमेंट व्हिच आई फाउंड रियली रिवोल्टिंग इन अ वे कि हमारे सिस्टम इतने खराब हैं कि तो एनजीओ एक पूरी इंडस्ट्री बन गई है. तो आपने फिर, अब आपका मन भी कर रहा था उसमें काम करने का, हाउ डिड यू ट्राई टू डू थिंग्स डिफरेंटली?
So and I was into, as I was sharing with you, travel में बहुत ज्यादा था मैं. So two of my friends, right, they had started a company called India Off-Roads, right? So I was also a part of them then, and it was very very fascinating, right? वो बोलते हैं ना unattainable goals appeal to heroes, right? There's I think if I'm not getting it wrong, unattainable goals appeal to heroes. तो कुछ वैसा, right? It was something like that it was a travel company where we intended to take people to rural India, right? And take people to artisans, how they work, क्या काम है उनका, know their life, stay with them, right? Stay in a village. Again, abhi bhi ho raha hai, but we were trying to do it in back in 2010-11, right? So I'm talking about 8-9 years back, right? And again, I had like dreams. I mean, and all of us, right? Maybe we were a little confused, but we wanted to do something for the community, something for the society, and at the same time, that we should be able to pay our bills. तो दोनों चीजें हम करना चाहते थे. It was for profit, but कहीं ना कहीं तीनों के दिल में I think थोड़ा इमोशनल वाला वो था, right? That we should be able to help the society or to help the community in some way or the other. We were doing okay, I would say. We were doing okay because it was a new concept then. But yeah, then we just realized that maybe people are not ready for it because people would expect that because it's a for-profit company,
Mm-hmm.
right? And they would expect for example, a lavish breakfast in the village because they have paid for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we were trying to help the community. So if the community guys are saying that this is best we can do, right? And trust me, I mean, we were not even charging much, right? Because we were just like, okay, let's just do this, right? Let's just do this. And then we realized that people are not wrong because they have in their head that this is for profit, right? These guys are making a lot of money. These guys maybe are exploiting
Mm-hmm.
villagers and all of those thoughts, right? So I would be the trek leader and then someone would come up and say, I want this, I want that. And I was like, we are in, like, this is a trek and, we are far off from the main city and the village is trying to help you. But they thought it's for profit, so they should get it. So that was a very, very interesting learning curve in the sense that we realized that it is not that easy, right? To have both the things going on. So I guess from there, but yeah, I like all of us, right? We wanted to do something, right? For example, mountain people, right? I mean, innocent, beautiful faces, right? And struggling with their lives, right? I'm sure you have heard stories how, like, and especially after 2013 Kedarnath floods, what had happened in Uttarakhand, right? So much migration happening, and even if it is not happening, there are people like from outside going there, putting in the money, and not even caring about the environment, about the forest. So the heart was at the right place, the mind, but yeah, it just did not appeal, right, later on, right? So that was the thing. And from there on, yeah, so social sector, again, that was more or less what I was doing. And but then I thought, let's just do teaching for some time, right?
यहाँ पर सर मैं एक चीज शेयर करना चाहूंगा before we move on to the next conversation topic. Actually, so I don't know how this is happening and this is I think very interesting क्योंकि हमने कभी इसके बारे में बात पहले नहीं की. 2012-2013 में I had almost started a venture which was quite similar to Off the Roads actually. तो मैंने उसमें ये था कि मेरे मतलब इंजीनियर जो हैं दोस्त हमारे, वो काफी ना सरकारी नौकरियां करते हैं, एनटीपीसी, बीपीसीएल, इन टाइप की कंपनीज में. और ये सारी कंपनीज जो हैं, कई ऑफिस तो ठीक है बड़े बड़े शहरों के पास होते हैं, जैसे नोएडा में हो गया और ये सब है, लेकिन ज्यादातर दे आर इन रिमोट एरियाज. एमपी, छत्तीसगढ़, उत्तर प्रदेश, फिर वो माउंटेन्स में, साउथ में कहीं रिमोट एरिया में, मतलब विलेजेस के पास. अब उनकी तो फैसिलिटी, उनकी पूरी टाउनशिप बनती है, तो टाउनशिप में गेस्ट हाउस वगैरह भी होता है, सब कुछ होता है. And what these guys do is, because there is nothing else to do, I mean there is no life over there apart from work, because आप you're not used to village life ना, तो आप गांव में जाके तो कुछ करोगे नहीं. So what most of the students or most of the people who go there and they do is, just to fill up their time, they do a lot of charitable works, tasks, like वो बच्चों को पढ़ाना स्टार्ट करेंगे. तो मेरा फ्रेंड था, उसने पढ़ाना स्टार्ट कर दिया. अब इतनी आईआईटी की पढ़ाई करने के बाद वो थोड़ा मैथ्स पढ़ाता था बच्चों को. सो एक बार बात हुई मेरी, कहता यार हमें और लोग चाहिए और रहने का और खाने का इंतजाम मेरा, मतलब वो गेस्ट हाउस है, इट इज सब्सिडाइज्ड बाय गवर्नमेंट, खाना वाला मेस में मिल जाएगा, बट लोग चाहिए. सो दैट्स व्हेन आई केम अप विद एन आइडिया कि व्हाई डोंट वी डू सोशल टूरिज्म.
That's exactly what like we were planning to do, right? Engage with local NGOs, right? Who are trying to teach and all. So we take people there, and then they interact with the local communities. Like see what they do, how they do, and then try to give something back, right? Other than the money aspect, but I think
but yeah sir, and as you rightly said, a lot of people are doing this. Like there are a lot of companies in Mumbai, Bangalore, Hyderabad, हर जगह हैं, दिल्ली में हैं, but nobody has been able to perfect the model yet. तो अभी भी ना we don't see कि वो बहुत लोग जाके कर रहे हैं या ये हो रहा है वो हो रहा है. तो आई थिंक वहां पर कहीं ना कहीं बहुत सारा काम करने की जरूरत है, एक्सपेक्टेशंस को मैच करने की जरूरत है और रियलिटी बताने की जरूरत है. ऑल्दो फॉर द व्यूअर्स हियर, मिलाप नाम का एनजीओ है, उसमें तो काफी इंटरनेशनल वॉलंटियर्स आते हैं and they go into remote areas of Karnataka. Right. Maybe we can learn from them.
We can learn from them. Yeah, and again, there are other NGOs also working in the like Himalayan regions as well. but maybe like we need more people to be aware, or we need more what do you call people to go there and do all of this, right? So I feel the target audience, right, is very important. Or maybe when we were trying to do that in 2009 2010, शायद उस टाइम पे इतना ज्यादा वो लोग शायद इतने ज्यादा नहीं थे, and then suddenly 2000 and I think 11 12 onwards, like travel just picked up, right? Travel was in fashion. But yeah, but people wanted to go and relax, right? People wanted to like have a lavish holiday rather than so I get that point also. Why would you want to go on a holiday, stay in a village, right, and work? I mean, so yeah, there's a एक साइड ये भी है, दूसरी साइड ये भी है यार कि काम करके आए हैं अब हमें छुट्टी चाहिए, ये सब नहीं चाहिए. So there were like a lot of learnings from that venture, right? So hopefully kabhi वापस मौका मिला तो and we still talk about it because it was really amazing, right? What we were trying to do. Let's see what future. Yeah, so maybe हम दोनों शायद जो idea था उसको वापस से right that
sustainable social tourism. I think हमें उस पे definitely काम करना चाहिए सर. Okay, so moving on to the next set of questions. Sir, ये लीगल एक्टिविज्म क्या होता है? व्हाट इज लीगल एक्टिविज्म, और इंडिया में ये कितना पॉपुलर है या कितना इम्पोर्टेंट है?
So legal activism, I will share like again. So conversation, I think सबको पता है लीगल एक्टिविज्म. मैं आपको एक अपना छोटा सा खुद बताता हूँ कि मुझे क्या समझ में आया लीगल एक्टिविज्म. So when I was working with the bank, right? So I also happened to be the person who was dealing with the RTI section. Right, in the bank. So I realized कि बहुत सारी RTIs आती थी हमारे पास, लेकिन कुछ एक RTIs बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग होती थी, and the person would almost force the government authorities to give out the information. More interestingly, that information would mean something else also. It was not just the information part. It was about a work that has not happened, which is supposed to take place. So I realized, and unfortunately I was on the other side, so I was the one who had to block these RTIs कि ये information बाहर नहीं देनी है, which was not something I liked, right? So I told you at the start, I was not enjoying my job because of this, right? That someone is asking, there were a lot of RTIs which were not making any sense, but उनमें बहुत सारी RTIs ऐसी भी थी जो शायद मुझे लगता था कि information मिलनी चाहिए है. Right, and that is what legal activism is all about, right? That there's an overlap, right? Law and society. So if you take examples in our country as well, so my conversations will keep going back to the environment or to the forest, right? I feel कि कुछ मतलब करेंगे, करना चाहिए, but like with respect to environment, if you see, most of the things have happened because of activism, right? People got together, there was a movement, be it the Chipko movement, which happened like long back. Yeah, abhi bhi, with respect to pollution, with respect to forest. So activism that way is very important. So what it really means is that how do we empower people to ask for their rights, right? So, if I have to put it in words, law has the power to empower. I hope this is making sense, but law has the power to empower people, right? And it can make a lot of difference. I was reading the paper, right, 2 days back. I think 2 days back, something, and there was this this news item on mental act, right? Mental what do you call it? This is act, right? So uske under, and this is in the news, right? Mental illness is in the news because of that, unfortunate demise of one of our actor, right? But suddenly it was in the news, and suddenly there was this news item, and imagine someone had gone to the court saying that the IRDA, right, the insurance regulation, right? So I will not go into the legal part of it, but we should be getting, or the mental illness part is covered covered under your insurance.
Hmm.
But the IRDA yet has not acted on this. So imagine it is there,
Hmm.
right? But the authority is not accepting that, and this is where law comes into the picture now, right? That someone realized there is a problem, and शायद कुछ ऐसा हुआ कि टाइमिंग कुछ ऐसा हो गया कि everyone was thinking about all these issues, right? And उसके अंदर ये न्यूज आती है कि why is it not there, right? And now what we are doing now is we are indirectly forcing the IRDA to act on it. So, like so legal activism, I would say that we see it, and it is very important. Maybe in India, lawyers are not doing a lot of pro bono work, what you get to see in countries like the US or other Western countries. But I think it is important, and it has led to a lot of things in the past as well. Sabrimala judgment would be one example where someone wanted to ask for the right, and they wanted the court to tell, right, कि क्या होना चाहिए. So I think so I hope I've answered your
Absolutely, sir, absolutely. I mean, and I think especially in the last couple of years, अगर हम देखें तो जो PILs वगैरह फाइल की गई हैं, चाहे वो आर्टिकल 370 हो या फिर CAA NRC हो, इन सब, या फिर दिल्ली राइट्स में ही जो अभी दिल्ली राइट्स हुए हैं फरवरी में, उसके लिए आई मीन न्यूज में लगातार
all these are controversial issues, politically controversial. So that's the reason I'm not even commenting on all of these. But yes, I mean anti-CAA protest, 370. I mean, I'll give you one simple example, right? The other day when I was teaching, so I asked students, right, because there's a judgment which says that internet is almost a human right. So the UN guidelines say that internet is a human right, and we say that it is a part of your fundamental right as well. Internet is that important, right? So I was asking the students, right, what do you think? They all were like, yes, it is. Then I asked them a question: do you think the people of JNK should also have this right? And then I started getting mixed answers, right? So again, I mean, if you agree to a certain extent that it is such an important right, then what is the confusion there, right? Why can't you say that maybe there are other reasons, but at least if you're talking about law, right, you should be able to say yes, right? So I hope you are. So I don't want to say anything which is controversial, but at the same time, right, as a teacher, as a law teacher, right, I want to get these answers.
So this is a very interesting question, sir. And yes, we will not discuss or go into any of the politically sensitive topics here.
Right.
They're just recent examples, so that's why I shared them.
Right.
But जब हम लॉ की बात करते हैं, तो एक लॉयर या फिर एक लॉ प्रैक्टिशनर या एक जज, वो ऐसे क्वेश्चंस को बाइनरी तरीके से देखता है कि होना चाहिए, नहीं होना चाहिए, दैट्स इट, या फिर दे लुक एट इट कि कोई मिडिल ग्राउंड भी हो सकता है या फिर कुछ और भी हो सकता है. मतलब हाउ मेनी फैक्टर्स आर देयर, हाउ मेनी वेरिएबल्स आर देयर जिसको कंसीडर करना पड़ता है?
Lot many. So I would say someone who had gone to the court for जो आपको बता रहा था, right, mental illness वाला, he had something else in mind, right? So he wanted the IRDA to accept the fact, right, or at least do something about it, right? The act is really old. I mean, I think 2017 act, and we are already in 2020. So what is stopping them, right? The IRDA is there for the policy holders, right? They're supposed to work in favor of the policy holders, right? And if I am getting that advantage, why not? So there are a lot of factors, right? They have to, as we say that lawyers can also be looked upon as like social engineers. They have that expertise, right? They are in touch with the people, right? I would say more than the leaders of our country, right? They are the ones who are in touch with the people, right? And they somehow can do a far better job, right? They are already trying. I'm not even saying that कैसा नहीं हो रहा है. I think yes. I mean,
यहाँ पर सर 2-3 क्वेश्चंस हैं बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट मेरे लिए. अच्छा, तो आपने ऑलरेडी बोल दिया पॉलिसी लेवल के बारे में. दैट इज व्हाट माय नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन वाज कि लॉयर एक्टिविज्म या फिर lawyer doing something for a judgment
Right.
or a case, how much does that affect policy making? So even if let's say कि एक lawyer ने बोल दिया कि हाँ ये जो आपने जजमेंट दी ये गलत है, और वो सीधा मतलब मैं ये भी नहीं कह रहा कि हाई कोर्ट वगैरह में, वो सुप्रीम कोर्ट में प्रूव हो गया कि गलत है, बट डज दैट ऑब्लिगेट द गवर्नमेंट कि गवर्नमेंट को उसके ऊपर प्रेशर आता है कि अब इसको चेंज करना पड़ेगा क्योंकि सुप्रीम कोर्ट में रूलिंग आ गई कि दिस इज रॉन्ग?
Yes, yes, and sort of, I'll be very honest with you. What we try to do at times is not even ask a question, right? What we are trying to do is get that information out. And now, why is that access to information so important? Because if that information is out in the public domain, then our policymakers are bound to act on it, because then there is a serious question asked, right? That why we can't do this. I'll give you another example, right? So yesterday I was driving down, and if you come from Chandigarh to Panchkula, you will see a seesaw change in the greenery, right? And you know, it's very interesting. और उसका reason क्या है? Chandigarh में, again, you may think that it's not a very relevant example, but yeah, like someone who loves, you know, like the tree part, है ना? उनके लिए बहुत ज़्यादा interesting होगा कि Chandigarh में all the wiring is underground. That's the reason you see such huge, beautiful trees, you know, on the roadsides, and you are driving and you feel so relaxed, right? Nature has that effect on you. When you come to Panchkula, right, the wiring is on those poles, and you know what they do? Every 6 months, they just come and cut the trees. So they have like weird looking trees, and obviously because you are cutting the trees so often, right, you're cutting the branches, they will not survive over a long period of time. So, you know, like, why can't we ask a question that how come there it has happened in a different way? Or for maybe like, so I was just thinking about this, that maybe, you know, I need to file an RTI and ask them that what is cheaper. Now, what if the answer comes that, okay, doing it underground is cheaper, but it takes more time? Then if this information is out in the public domain, a lot more people will start asking this question, that why are we doing this to our trees, right? So maybe there are very few now, abhi ke liye shayad itne log nahi hai who are that concerned about trees, but yeah, it just like you know, feels, yeah, we could solve this easily, right? But maybe, so that is the power of, you know, when I say social engineering, or, you know, so it's a two-way process, answering your question, right? So at times it is law which is, you know, changing the society, or, you know, like there's an order of the court, and the society has to now, you know, work on that. But on other times, right, it is the society, or, you know, there is already something happening, right, and the policy has to change with respect to that.
तो यहाँ पर सर, इंडिया इज अ बिग कॉम्प्लेक्स कंट्री, प्रॉब्ली द मोस्ट कॉम्प्लेक्स कंट्री इन द वर्ल्ड. यहाँ पर सेंट्रलाइजेशन से फायदे भी होते हैं और प्रॉब्लम्स भी होती हैं.
yes.
और जितना हमारा एक्सपीरियंस रहा है, इंडिपेंडेंस से ले लो या उससे पहले ब्रिटिश राज से भी ले लो आप, तो ग्राउंड लेवल पे, लोकल लेवल पे जाके प्रॉब्लम्स बढ़ती हैं, कम नहीं होती सेंट्रल पॉलिसी से. और शायद इसी की वजह से वी हैव द मैक्सिमम नंबर ऑफ एनजीओज आल्सो, बिकॉज लास्ट माइल इंप्लीमेंटेशन नहीं होती यहाँ पर. तो आपको लगता है कि जो लॉयर्स हैं या लीगल एक्टिविस्ट्स हैं, दे हेल्प इन डिसेंट्रलाइजिंग पावर?
I would say yes. I would say yes.
But अब यहाँ पर एक काउंटर क्वेश्चन पूछूंगा जस्ट एज अ लॉयर.
So again, I mean, I'm not okay.
Sorry, but I have to ask that question. अब आपने पंचकुला में ट्रीज का एग्जांपल दिया, राइट?
Right. Just a random example.
हाँ जी, रैंडम एग्जांपल एंड हाइपोथेटिकल ओनली. तो यहाँ पर क्लियरली हमें समझ आता है कि पंचकुला इज पार्ट ऑफ हरियाणा स्टेट, और अगर जैसे कि हरियाणा स्टेट में अगर सेंट्रली चीफ मिनिस्टर ने बोला है कि भैया हर जगह पर ओवर द ग्राउंड ही इलेक्ट्रिक पोल्स लगेंगे, तो फिर पंचकुला में भी लगेंगे. बट अगर हम एक प्रेसिडेंट लें जो एक सेट हुआ है मुंबई में अंडरग्राउंड है बहुत जगह पे, क्योंकि वहां फ्लड्स और तूफान का चक्कर है, तो शुरू से ही अंडरग्राउंड है. और मे बी अब ब्रिटिश का भी वही प्लानिंग थी कि अंडरग्राउंड होना चाहिए, पर रेस्ट ऑफ महाराष्ट्र में नहीं है.
बिल्कुल.
तो यहाँ पर हम डिसेंट्रलाइज कैसे कर रहे हैं पावर?
No, so I think I'm not much worried about that part. These, like, my thing is, like, or my point was, and you have a very very valid point here. पर मैं ये यहाँ पे कह रहा था कि अगर हम ये इंफॉर्मेशन निकाल सकते हैं, राइट, कि अंडरग्राउंड रहना ज्यादा फायदेमंद है, then there is kind of pressure, जैसा आपने बोला, right, that the Haryana government will be under a lot of pressure, not just Panchkula, right, they will have to implement this, right, across the state. Right, so I agree that, for example, the local commissioner could also have a say. अगर हम वो बात कर रहे हैं that whether we can have a different set of rules for Gurgaon and Panchkula, right, that is also possible. But I'm saying that as a legal activist, right, if we can come up with something to prove, right, that the Chandigarh model is working better, if we can prove that, right, for example, 2013 and 14 also there was a lot of hue and cry about the fact that these poles are dangerous, right, because high voltage wires are there and so many other issues are also there, not just about the trees part, right, but that movement somehow, like, wasn't, like, it did not get to the level where the policy making had to change, right? I came back and I was reading about it, and I read that in 2012 also there were issues and there were few protests, and if during those protests agar ye escalate ho jata, the answer would have been there, and that is how I guess you also understand, right, that, and this is not just with India, right, it is you know, we the people, so we can go on and say that they are not doing this, so, but I think we are also not really bothered, maybe, you know, I should not be saying this, but maybe yeah, so, like, we're not, like, looking for answers,
right?
Yeah.
So very interesting actually. I actually like this topic a lot because इसके बारे में मैंने थोड़ा पढ़ा भी हुआ है. And last year I was in Japan and the first thing that I saw, and I was assuming कि जापान में सब कुछ अंडरग्राउंड होगा, वहाँ इतने टाइफून्स आते हैं. So I asked one of the city officials over there who used to speak a little bit English. तो उससे मैंने बात की कि आपका ये सारा कुछ ओवरग्राउंड क्यों है पोल्स? उनके सारे पोल्स ओवरग्राउंड हैं. तो उन्होंने बोला कि हमारे यहाँ टाइफून्स आते हैं, लेकिन साथ में अर्थक्वेक भी आते हैं. तो अर्थक्वेक से जो है ना ज्यादा डिस्ट्रक्शन होती है, फिर हम ओवरग्राउंड दोबारा बना सकते हैं, उसमें मेंटेनेंस रिपेयर आसान है, लेकिन अगर हमने अंडरग्राउंड लगाया तो टाइफून से तो बच जाएगा, लेकिन उसकी रिपेयर करना बहुत महंगा और मुश्किल होता है हमारे लिए. सो एनीवे, सो आई मीन दैट इज वेरी लॉजिकल एंड साइंटिफिक. यहाँ पर एक बहुत अच्छा क्वेश्चन आता है, जब लॉयर्स को पता है कि ग्राउंड लेवल पे क्या प्रॉब्लम है, मतलब मैं ये नहीं कह रहा हूँ कि वो दे आर एस्ट्रोलॉजर्स या फिर यू नो साइट सीयर्स एंड सूटसेयर्स फ्यूचर में देखते हैं कि ये होगा, नहीं, लेकिन उनको पता है ग्राउंड लेवल पे क्या है, क्योंकि वो रोजमर्रा की लोगों की प्रॉब्लम समझते हैं. तो लॉयर्स को क्या इनवाइट किया जाता है लेजिस्लेचर में लॉ बनाते हुए?
I would say yes, right? So कितना और होना चाहिए, that's a very subjective thing, right? But क्या किया जाता है, because you know, lawyers are, in fact, a lot of my batchmates or like lawyers from these so-called NLUs, right? They are working in the policy making, policy research sector as well. So they are required, because, you know, like as I was saying, right, social engineers, they understand the problem, right, and what could be done, right? So they have an expertise, you can say, over these issues.
Okay.
But yeah, but if you ask me, can this get better? The obvious answer is yes. I mean, we have a, you know, like there are a lot of other things जो कि अभी भी हो सकती हैं, जो अगर मुझे शायद लगता है कि अभी उतना अच्छे से शायद नहीं हो रहा. As I was saying, right, pro bono work, right, we don't have concept maybe abhi itna zyada. There are people who are doing great work, right, and like, you know, all credit to them that they are doing great job, but great work, but I guess.
तो यहाँ पर भी एक्चुअली मतलब बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग कॉन्वर्सेशन हो गई है. आई एम शेयरिंग मोर इन दिस इंटरव्यू देन आई हैव इन एनी अदर इंटरव्यू बिफोर, सो प्लीज डोंट माइंड कि अगर मैं आपसे स्पॉट ले लूं.
You know, so I was also thinking in my head, right, do I prepare something, and as you said, right, we are just going to have a conversation, and you actually gave me the authority or the right to just talk, right, and that
that is the
doing
purpose,
now.
and I'm so glad that this is happening. यहाँ पर मैं एक और एग्जांपल लूंगा. Just 2 days back, I was exploring, a lot of things, and I came across this interview of a very famous lawyer. I don't remember his name, but he's one of the foremost people when it comes to laws related to data science or
Okay.
data privacy
Okay.
in India.
Yeah.
तो उनसे अभी वही इंटरव्यू में बात की जा रही थी कि डेटा प्रिवेसी के लॉज अभी रिसेंटली ये बात चल रही है इंडिया में काफी, स्पेशली अब ये टिकटॉक और जूम के बाद और ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट हो गई है कि डेटा प्रिवेसी के जो लॉज बनाए गए हैं इंडिया में, उसके अकॉर्डिंग, उस लॉयर के अकॉर्डिंग, दे आर सम ऑफ द वर्स्ट लॉज इन द वर्ल्ड. क्योंकि एक तो स्ट्रिंजेंट नहीं है जहां स्ट्रिंजेंट होने हैं, ठीक है.
Right.
तो EU, विच इज द बेस्ट एग्जाम्पल, EU के जो लॉज हैं डेटा प्रिवेसी को लेके, दे आर वन ऑफ द बेस्ट इन द वर्ल्ड. यूएस वाले वो हमेशा ऐसे रहते हैं क्योंकि इनकी कॉर्पोरेट लॉबिंग बहुत ज्यादा है, तो फिर दे आर नॉट एबल टू मेक वेरी गुड लॉज ओवर देयर. इंडिया में क्या है कि एक तो डेटा प्रिवेसी को पकड़ने के तरीके तो है नहीं, क्योंकि अगर मैं आज चाहूं, अगर वो मेरे को बोले तुम्हारा डेटा हम उठा लेंगे, सरकार बोले मैं अपना सर्वर इंडिया से निकाल के रशिया में डाल दूंगा और मेरे को कुछ नहीं कर पाएंगे वो. दूसरी चीज, अगर वो किसी को पकड़ते हैं कि आपने डेटा प्राइवेसी लॉ में वायलेशन की है, आपने डेटा लीक किया है, व्हाटएवर इट इज, तो फिर सीधा जेल है. पूरी दुनिया में EU में नहीं है, ऑस्ट्रेलिया में नहीं है, US में नहीं है जहां पर डेटा प्राइवेसी की वजह से लोगों को जेल में डालते हैं, खाली इंडिया में डालते हैं.
Right. So
ऐसा क्यों हो जाता है फिर?
there's no like right answer to this, but as I was saying, right, कुछ एक बार, as I was saying, right, law will result in a change. जो ये data वाला आपका जो example, right, and I mentioned to I forgot to mention this, right, but when I was talking about legal activism, right, this whole data protection issue, right, with this Puttaswamy judgment Aadhaar card को लेके जो पूरा Supreme Court ने, right, again that was a result of that activism only, right, that someone went and said that, there is, like, we have a right to privacy. Coming back to what you were saying, right, क्यों हो जाता है, again there are multiple issues with that, right, again at the government level, and what exactly they also want to get out of it. We are still, and this is perfect, and I also know, right, I was talking to a student of mine who now happens in this domain, right, and he was sharing with me that they have no idea, right, I mean, people who were trying to come up with solutions, they don't even exactly understand the
problem,
question, the problems, right? And right, how when we guys talk over the phone, at times when you talk about technology, I'm like, okay, I'm hearing, and like, so we don't have, maybe, like, we will, in India, we will take some time, but I don't think there are like too many lawyers also who understand, the need, or as I was saying, right, social engineers, but we don't have people who have that kind of expertise. I'm not saying all of them, but maybe the number is not that great. We are yet to reach that stage, right? And imagine I'm in 377, right? We are still talking about homosexuality and whether, so like it takes time at times.
So very important question. I mean, I completely agree कि we are on the right track, but not enough has been done yet. यहाँ पर एक क्वेश्चन आता है कि कंट्रीज लाइक द US, जहां पर लीगल प्रोफेशन, लीगल डोमेन इज मच मोर इवॉल्व्ड, much more freedom is there, and much it's just more evolved in general sense.
lot more evolved, right? Lot more.
So वहां पर ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस हैं ACLU टाइप की, जिनका बेसिकली काम ही ये है कि प्रो बोनो काम और क्लास एक्शंस, या फिर जो इंडिया में जिसका इक्विवेलेंट है PIL, पब्लिक इंटरेस्ट लिटिगेशन, जो जॉली LLB में देखा है सबने. तो वहां पर ये ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है विच इज रिकॉग्नाइज्ड बाय द गवर्नमेंट, सपोर्टेड बाय पीपल, सपोर्टेड बाय कॉर्पोरेशंस.
राइट.
क्या वैसी कोई एक्टिविस्ट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है इंडिया में?
आई वुड से not to that extent, right? जिस लेवल पे जो हम बात कर रहे हैं अभी, I don't think, right, people are doing good work, right? There is I would not want to name, right, because again एक का नाम लेंगे, एक का नाम नहीं लेंगे, so right, but there are I mean, Vidhi is like what comes on the top of my mind, right? So there are organizations working on policy making. But again, we are not like there is a long way, right? There's a long way
So
to go.
what are the obstacles, sir? I mean, what are the obstacles for people or lawyers? I mean, lawyers are very rich in India. There is no question about that. A lot of them are very rich. So पैसा problem नहीं है. What is the problem then? Why are they not making such organizations? Are they not bothered themselves? It is just more work for them. It is ultimately good for the profession.
I would say, देखो, the thing is that when you are kind of happy with whatever is going on, right? For all of this, right? You need to come up with something, like, okay, this is done. Let's just try this, right? There are people who are doing that, right? So I just want to name a lot of, but I'm not doing that because वो एक हो जाएगा and then it will be like because I have my like someone from my circle and then so I don't want to do that. But all I'm trying to say here is that वो हो रहा है, but they also feel like a lot of lawyers, right? It's like why get into all of this? And trust me, it seems easy money, good money, but this is not the case right now. I mean, how many companies, how many corporations would want to hire specialized lawyers, right? Who can deal with data privacy? I mean, no. The answer is no. They have a legal team, right? उसमें से एक काम उनका क्या होगा यार कि इसको भी देख लेना. So we are yet to evolve in that sense, right? We are yet to evolve where we feel that there's a huge need. I'll give you another example, right? We're just talking on IT. There's a case for IPR as well, intellectual property, right? When I was graduating, right, there was people were so excited about that, right? IPR. मैं ये नहीं बोलूँगा कि that excitement has got over, but it is not the same anymore, right? People have realized, ठीक है, ये है, right? And there will be few people who are so-called experts in that, right? But it just goes on like that, right? And more awareness is there, right? So फिर से बात वही आ गई कि कौन पहले किसको push कर रहे हैं. So इस case में I would say that rather than law pushing the society, I mean,
Society has
like, yeah, the society has to ask these questions, right? For example, imagine someone from again, it will get a little political, so I'm refraining from all those topics. But someone, I think from France, said that the app you have in India is not safe. I mean, तो ये lawyer से पूछने की बजाय, I think ये हमें आप लोगों से पूछना चाहिए कि what was the software engineers doing? Why is someone from France talking about an app which is going to be in every damn phone? Right? So because again, we are not bothered about that. We're like, क्या हो जाएगा? अगर एक app, अगर कुछ data, because we don't understand how important data is. Maybe a few organizations already do that, right? But do you think that the society as a whole, right? How many people you meet every day, even think on those lines that this app is not safe. Maybe we should do something else. They're like, अच्छा, is it so? ठीक है, हटा देते हैं.
I know. So that is where the next question is. अगला क्वेश्चन वहीं से आता है कि अगर ACLU टाइप की कोई ऑर्गेनाइजेशन नहीं है तो फिर एक कन्वेंशनल एक फिट कोई चैनल होना चाहिए जहां पर लॉयर्स बोल सकें या लोग बोल सकें, गवर्नमेंट से कांटेक्ट हो उनका, गवर्नमेंट को बोलें, क्योंकि कोई नोबडी इज परफेक्ट एंड नोबडी एक्सपेक्ट्स एनीबडी टू बी परफेक्ट. हमारी गवर्नमेंट भी इवॉल्व कर रही है, लेकिन जिस चीज के लिए एक्सपर्ट्स ऑलरेडी आपकी कंट्री में एग्जिस्ट करते हैं तो लेकिन वो कनेक्शन नहीं है, वो कम्युनिकेशन नहीं है. अगर गवर्नमेंट कह रही है कि मैंने टॉप के आईएएस ऑफिसर्स रखे हुए हैं लेकिन दे आर नॉट विलिंग टू डू व्हाट दे आर सपोज्ड टू डू इन दैट केस, ड्यू डिलिजेंस ही है बेसिकली कि भैया समझ तो लो डेटा क्या है लॉ बनाने से पहले. तो वो कनेक्टिंग रोड कैसे बनेगी, कैसे बनती है, इंडिया में है वो रोड?
So I guess that is what we are trying to work on that, right? So again, and that's what the idea was. So when you had called me up and we talked about UN, right? Universal native, I guess आप ज़्यादा बात करेंगे उसके बारे में. But again, so that was what even I had in mind, right? That to have something where we can be that we can bridge that that gap somehow. But I don't see that happening right now. Right? There are organizations which are doing great work, but I don't see as a society, as a community, right, we asking the right questions, or we looking for the right answers, right? Maybe we don't know the questions yet, but maybe we should be looking at the answers also, right? That how do we go about it? So I think
वेरी
that's
इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट सर. अब आप प्लीज एक्सप्लेन कीजिए क्योंकि आपने टॉपिक उठाया है. सो व्हाट इज इट दैट यू आर डूइंग करंटली related to this, because I know you're very deeply involved in the legal activism and you want to improve the overall structure. तो हम क्या कर रहे हैं उसमें?
okay. So why? I'll rather start with why, right? Like I always feel that there's a certain goodwill, right? All of us have that certain goodwill, right? And so the idea is to get more people connected, right? As a community, right? For example, ये जो आपने data वाला point बताया, या जो इसका हमने बात किया, that could be one example that rather than, so if we don't have the expertise, we could have someone else, right? Maybe not from India, right? Why is that we can't take help from someone else and work on it? So the idea is to create a community where people can come, share their crazy ideas, right? And at the same time, right, we try to evolve something which is helping everyone, right? Maybe the government as well. Maybe tomorrow, maybe the government would want such organizations. There are already organizations which are working on policy making, but abhi bhi ek gap hai, right? Like for example, I don't know, right? The new app, right? I'll just give one example. The Setu app, the Arogya Setu app, it just gives me data about number of COVID patients around me, right? But imagine how much more we could have done, right? There's a map, right? Maybe it is too much to ask, but शायद कोई करने वाला है इसको भी, right? That why can't we just have on the map that okay, these are the places, these are the houses, this is what is being done, right? And imagine like my own parents, right? They keep the news channel on all the time just because they want to see how many cases are around them. So they are dependent on an external, like source, which the society could have managed, on their own. So I guess, and again, we will be maybe talking more about it later on. But so that's the idea, right? I mean, so I'll be more interested in telling you why we are doing this, right? Rather than what.
So first you explain what is UN, and then you tell us why.
Okay, so
UN सबके लिए बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग हो जाता है कि सब शायद यूनाइटेड नेशन सोचते हैं, पर हमारे लिए कुछ और है वो.
So UN, when we talk about UN, we talk about universal native, right? And as the name says, right, universal native, that we are native of this like beautiful place, right, of this earth. And how do we ensure that we do something, that we are helping each other maybe, or one of the very important factors would be access to information. How do we ensure that, as we were talking throughout in this conversation interview, key access to information is so important for empowering people. So how do we ensure that? How do we ensure that there is so much information already available? But if I ask you कि इस स्टेट की इस वेबसाइट से जाकर हमें ये चीज बता दो यार कि क्या करना है मेरे को, राइट? फॉर एग्जांपल, सिंपल एग्जांपल लाइक ड्राइविंग लाइसेंस के लिए क्या करना होगा. You'll be amazed, सौरभ, की कितनी वेबसाइट्स को आपको सर्च करना पड़ेगा, then ads आ जाएंगी, we can get you this, blah blah blah, but you will not get the desired information, which is I think one of the most basic aspect, right? We had RTI has changed the way people think, right? They think that this is our right. So access to information could be one part which we want to work on, and to create a community of like-minded people. As I was saying, right, if you are crazy, maybe we'll be able to find more people, right? So who wants to do something, right? I'll give you one example. So when I'm talking to students, right, they said, we want to join the social sector. I'm like, class 12. And I know, right, 90% of them will not do this.
Mm.
And then the question comes, why this question of joining the social sector? Why can't you just be doing something else, but at the same time contributing something, right? You have an expertise in something, right? Maybe you are an expert in technology, I mean, or you are an expert with, say, farming or access to information. So using, or all of these expertise to make the world a better place, right? I think so. And I can just go on and on this, right?
So that is very nice, and we're definitely going to talk more about Universal Native in the coming episodes. Ashish
Right.
and Anurag have already talked about it a bit.
Yeah.
So one,
So again, and that is the reason I'm not going into
Hmm.
the other aspects of it, because there is more technology evolved. But as a lawyer, right? जो हम बात कर रहे थे, as a lawyer, right? So I come from that socio-legal, political impact, right? How do we do that, right? So my answer will be more to that part, right? What I see, right?
Hmm.
What we want to do, right? Because देखो यार, again, it may sound a little childish as well, but I hear this thing all the time, right? Leave something for the future, right? You agree? I don't agree to it. I mean, leave something for the future. Why aren't we talking about the present? Right? This phrase at times just, like, gets too much for me, because it's like we have almost given up on the present,
Hmm.
right? And we are just saying leave something for the future. If we make this passionate, right, I think the present, if we work in the present, the future is obviously going to be a lot better, right? But
Right.
because people have just imagined, right, जो भी करेंगे ना वो future के लिए करना है.
Hmm.
Are you getting my point, right? So
Yes.
I don't think we are on the same what will happen after 50 years. But so if the question is what we are doing here right now, and are we passionate about it? Are we passionate about our environment, right? About people's right? I mean, how do we empower them? Future will get better. At least that's what I really believe in, right? And that's what we plan to do with the UN, right? The Universal Native. That we
Absolutely.
want to make the present more exciting for like-minded people, right? All of us have those crazy ideas after a drinking session on a Saturday night. कि यार ये हो जाए ना तो मतलब. But what is stopping you to share that idea? Maybe someone else from the community, right, has that capability to work on it,
Hmm.
right? I've heard these like crazy ideas so many times, and I like, yeah, think about it. But they're like, I have the idea, but I don't have the expertise. Maybe a lawyer talking about something to do with the technology part, and he's like, maybe not. And if you ask him, did you ever try? The answer is no,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
So the idea is with UN, the idea is that each individual shares their, like kind of share their knowledge, right, to improve, the lives around them, right? So that's what the idea is, and there'll be a lot of technology. Again, you will be the right person to talk about that in future, right? But I think, yeah, leaving something for the future, like, is not very exciting for me personally, and that is the reason I really want to get passionate about the present. And as I said, right, I sincerely believe that there is a certain goodwill, like, which is there in the society. It's just that we get too busy with everything else, right? I mean, COVID has changed that a bit, right? People are little more concerned now about the environment, about what is happening around them, and I think the maybe the goodness will come out more in future, right? I read somewhere, it was very interesting, that we are spiritual beings in human existence, right? Not the other way around. That
Hmm.
we are. So if we and the phrase has been coined by you, right? Universal native. It's just like, we are, right? We are on a, like, maybe a journey, and it should be about the present. How do we, do it and do something? I was talking about this conversation, and my wife asked me, right, कि किसके अराउंड होगा पूरा कॉन्वर्सेशन. तो आई सेड इसके अराउंड होगा कि वी शुड नॉट बी so much, everything should not be so much about the future. It should be about the present. And she said something like, future will raise a better human. If we start doing things better, right? I have a kid, right? And if he sees me doing all of this, I think future will raise a better human, or, he will see this, that how people were getting together.
Right.
And yeah, so I think I want to be more in the present rather than, saying ki, okay, let's save it, let's do it for the future. No, let's do it for ourselves first.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And thank you so much for that beautiful description. And this is what our conversations are like, Aman and I. We keep having these discussions which, bounce from one topic to another. But in essence, the backbone, जो उसका एक जो है ना मूल तत्व, वो वही रहता है. So, ये है अमन, और आई होप आप सबने ये कॉन्वर्सेशन को एंजॉय किया होगा. प्लीज अपना फीडबैक जरूर दें. And thank you so much, Aman, for taking out time and doing this.
Saurabh, for having me on the show, right? I was really very unsure, right? What are we going to talk about? But I think we just talked about what we usually do, right? So it was it was good fun, right? It was good fun talking to you.